to be, we have to execute our sets and do it at an efficient rate. And they also want to be intentional about getting touches to their post players and making sure they're bearing their defenders.
And to your point, Autumn, 6 of those turnovers were in the second quarter.
Yeah, just mucking it up in the paint. We had a lot of deflections. We know Carl Smesco and the Dream want to be intentional getting the ball inside.
That was knocked off the leg for Bree Jones from Natasha Howard, able to retrieve it back. Jordan Canada with 4 on the shot clock, pulls up, can't hit.
You saw it on that possession alone, the high-low with BG and Brianna Jones, constantly trying to get it into Brianna Jones. So Indiana realizing that she's lethal in that paint. They're going to try and take that away as much as possible.
Kelsey Mitchell off the deck, pulls up. I don't know if there's many that can do it the way that she does. She's so quick getting to her spots on the floor.
I mean, whether you switch or you follow her, she can hurt you and she reads the defense so good. You go over the top, she can put the ball on the ground and get to the rim and beat you there. If you go under, it's too much space for her shot.
Gray returns the favor.
How did Alicia Gray even get that one to go in? It was off balance going to the left.
So Indiana turns the ball over there.
But look at this by Alicia Gray. So she comes around the screen, loses Colson, and this is that first step I'm talking about. If you follow around the screen, you can usually beat the defense, and that's exactly what Gray does. She creates some separation. And there was a little bit of contact on that, but she got that one to go.
Indiana coming in at 4-4, having their 5th consecutive game without Caitlin Clark, who is still out due to the left quad. We're told from Stephanie White earlier today that she is making progress, trending in the right direction. And the most important thing is keeping her healthy for the long run as she fixes her eyebrow.
What do you think she's writing down over there?
I don't know.
Caitlin got
probably
notes.
the spots that she can probably score on the floor the next time she's available.
Like, what is she writing down over there?
Or maybe something from State Farm. Natasha Howard surveying the floor.
She's probably measuring the distance from logos where she can shoot at.
I wouldn't be surprised. Natasha Howard pulling up and can't connect there. Natasha Howard right now with 5 points, 2 for 4 from the field. Alicia Gray able to put on the Jets. She gets fouled, she'll shoot 2.
So again, just looking at the halftime stats, we talked about the points in the paint and we talked about the fast break points. And you can only imagine that at halftime, Carl Smesco said, put your foot on the pedal and do this a bit more, Alicia Gray. She gets Hall on her hip, and that's where the contact comes, but it's the right call. But that's when being the aggressor plays into your favor. Alicia Gray, the last few positions, that's exactly what she's been doing, 2 feet in the paint, drawing the foul.
And something that we've grown accustomed to for Atlanta is seeing their pace in the open floor. Alicia Gray really forcing the issue and not allowing Indiana to get set. This is a team that is 2nd in scoring in the W.
Yeah, and it's mostly done in transition. When you don't allow the defense to get set up, you usually have a mismatch or you outnumber them.
Alicia Gray splits the pair. Does give Atlanta the 1-point edge. Kelsey Mitchell pulls up. Nothing on the triple. Ryan Howard thought about the 3, thought again, sends it back. Good defense on the Bree Jones dive to the basket. Now one-on-one coverage between Aaliyah Boston and Brittany Griner. Griner tried to spin it in. Great defense by AB. Here comes Natasha Howard. All the way to the rim, rolls that one in.
Yeah, Howard can do just that. Somebody fell asleep defensively, didn't run the floor with her, but she took it all the way in transition from the rebound to the rim.
Natasha Howard averaging 11, close to 12 points a game.
Double team comes, 3-point goes up.
While many say, is that a shot that you're okay with? For Carl Smesco, yes. Brittany Griner has been, couldn't connect on that one there.
We saw her knock down 2 back-to-back in preseason, and it got all of us excited. Hasn't knocked one down since, but we know that she can hit it and stretch the floor.
Yeah, just 1 for 6 in the regular season. Great defense in the paint for Atlanta. The kick out for Hull, no good. Hull, who was averaging her career best double figures this season at 10, has yet to score in this ball game.
That's because her and Ryan are playing each other. They're playing each other hard. Howard only has 2 points in this one, and they get switched off on each other quite a few in this game.
Sydney Colson with the assignment of Ryan Howard. Ryan going to the bucket, can't connect. More speed. Natasha Howard pulled Naz Hillman, and that goes to the third row.
Again, the defense by Jordan Canada, though, and take the ball out. Now the defense for Atlanta can get set.
Defense.
Kelsey Mitchell gets blocked by Gray. She can do it all. Check the list. Another box.
She must have changed the goggles out at halftime again. Laser focus on these.
Those have some new technology as Bree Jones, like a bowling ball, out of the way.
And that's the right.
Double doubles, a career best and a franchise best.
And that's why they're sending double teams at her. That's the respect that she commands because she does her work so early and she's so smart around the paint.
This has the makings of another great one between these two teams. Gone back and forth with the lead. And Jordan Canada too handsy on the take from Erin McDonald.
He's been really working at the defensive end.
Ryan Howard rips down her third rebound of the night. Ryan Howard has been quiet from the field, just 2 points. And Nia Coffey drains it from the corner. That'll lead to a timeout. Stephanie White not happy about that defensive series from Indy.
The Dream can definitely use her speed and quickness out here on the court.
A timeout was called in the previous play for Indiana because of a corner 3 for Nia Coffey. That was the first bucket off the bench for Atlanta.
And again, a deflection by Nia Coffey turns it over to get the steal. Look at Erin McDonald, mouse in the house on Naz Hillman.
Offensive foul, Erin McDonald standing her ground.
If it's one thing that Erin McDonald is, it's strong. She's only 5'6", but look at her stand her ground. Naz Hillman is strong, and she doesn't give anything, and she just absorbs the contact, takes it in the chest right here. And ooh, she took one for the team, but got the ball back offensively for the Fever. Steph White just couldn't speak enough about Erin McDonald, how she was just ready to step back on the floor and lead this team.
I love the fact that she said with more practice time, we're able to see and get a rhythm with the people that are available. And for Erin, being disruptive, but also the natural point guard position has helped.
Good job by Bree Jones defensively. She pushed Boston all the way underneath the basket. She had nowhere to go.
Aaliyah Boston 3 for 9, 7 points. And on the other end, Atlanta continues to pile it on the inside. Indy looking for buckets as Naz Hillman looks like she'll pick up her third foul.
And look at this right here. Bree Jones doing her work early. So she gets Natasha Howard on the left side. And the chemistry that Bree Jones and Alisha Gray have formed, that pass was right on target into the interior for Jones, and she was able to corral it.
And another turnover for Indiana. That is their 7th. They have not been very productive, only 4 points in the last 7 minutes for them. Bree Jones put back again, goes off the glass, count it!
Should have been an and one because she was definitely fouled the first time. And she is putting in work. Brianna Jones with 17, excuse me. She leads all scorers in this game.
Atlanta outscoring Indiana 12-4 in the third. And an offensive foul for Aaliyah Boston, who is
the defense and not get beat on that first step. That's usually what happens. You cut off the person who's penetrating, or you're going to get that offensive foul.
Damiris Dantas will come in for Aaliyah Boston, who now has 3.
Women say, let's go!
If you're just joining us here in the second half, it has gone all Atlanta way. We were tied at 33. And Indiana has not scored in their last 7 possessions.
Well, the defense for Atlanta has really ramped up. I mean, every time defensively, they've either had a deflection or a steal or a stop and forced them too far underneath the basket. They just picked it up another notch in this third quarter.
Gray, the dish. Brittany Griner, the pass and the make.
You know, BG, I still think she's got some dunks left in her. I want to see her dunk that one. Like,
Well, I think that's what she's saying her knees feel like when it happens.
Oh, you're right.
11-0 run for Atlanta. This is their biggest lead, up by 10. Dantas brings that to a close with the triple.
Yeah, Damaris Dantas, she did a bit of that for us in Atlanta some years back, and that's her first field goal of the game, but she still can make it.
Nas Hillman saw no one in the house, so decided to let herself in.
Yeah, Dewana Bonner was late recovering defensively, but it was too late. Nas Hillman was already at the rim.
Another steal. Here comes Ryan Howard. One to beat. Meet you at the top and couldn't connect. Nia Coffey tried to clean it up and nothing there. It will stay with Atlanta.
Just so frustrating, the easy points missed right at the rim, but a good job by Nas Hillman not missing at the rim. She just takes it on Dewana Bonner and doesn't let Bonner's
the layup, just sitting at 2 points. But Atlanta still finding ways to score. Nia Coffey, they'll say Lexi Hull was impeding the process, so Lexi Hull now in 4.
I don't know how many times I've seen Hull on the ground. I'm just surprised she doesn't have more court burns on her. She's just hit the deck so many times in this game because she's just so tough and relentless.
She is so tough. It's one of my favorite players to watch in the W because she is everywhere. And don't let her fool you.
Yeah.
She definitely has the respect of everyone that she has to guard as well.
That stat line does not reflect the impact that Lexi Hull has on the court.
9 on the shot clock, more movement. Nia Coffey triple. Couldn't connect on that one. This has been the worst three-point performance for Atlanta, and they're still up 9.
But again, in their win that they did get in Indiana, they didn't shoot the 3-ball well either.
Dewana Bonner lined them up. She can extend the range that deep, but that was in and out.
Excellent job by Alicia Gray with that first step. She beat the defense, and that's going to force Steph White to adjust some things. The players who have been here previously.
So Ryan Howard with a major collision at the top of the key with Damaris Dantas.
And this is going to cause Ryan to take a break. Looks like she kind of bumped. She bumped.
Holding, it seems like it's more on the hip side,
Yeah.
but able to get up and walk it off. Tough as they come, of course.
And it just takes a minute when you get zinged in some of those bones. You know, it's like that funny bone, right? It takes a minute to breathe and absorb.
I wake up and every bone in my body.
Everything. We are at that age.
Dewana Bonner going at Nas Hillman. A lot of different footwork that we saw there, and she couldn't connect on the pull-up.
Great defense by Nas Hillman.
Bree Jones got the double. Nas Hillman just off the mark on the left.
Shot that
Final
shot a
minute.
little too quick.
Final minute, Kelsey Mitchell putting her foot on the gas, found the lane. That's what she can do.
And that's exactly what she's going to try and do, give Atlanta a taste of their own medicine. So you had Atlanta who's been putting the ball on the floor, which is why they were able to get this lead.
So a technical
All over the place. So I respect her as a player, but respectfully on both ends, it's been some missed calls and some contact that they've allowed to let go. It's been that way in all 3 games. I don't even want to touch the last game because that was so weird down the stretch between these two. But it's been called.
Atlanta won the first game against Indiana at their place, 91-90. Then on a back-to-back, they had them with the Indiana Fever returning the favor, 81-76. And Alicia Gray saying, we're going to take that one back. We'll get it here in the third.
Just the balance that Gray had. The pass was over her head. She was going right. She shot it back left, and it was nothing but net.
About a 7-second difference between the game and shot clock. Atlanta can hold it for the final shot. Six to work with. JC up top. The dive, Bree Jones, off the glass, yes, for Bree Jones.
That was beautifully read, and it's gonna put up Atlanta up by 14.